Hello everyone and welcome to the latest TBU merch review. I'm Dustin from the Batman universe, and today we are taking a look at some Spin Master 4-inch figures. Now we're actually looking at a variety of different figures. Specifically, there's a couple of different things of note. One, there's the new Bat Tech theme, which are the two that you see on the right. And then there's two figures that are actually part of last year's waves, one of which is a Target exclusive. Now, I do have to say up front that the Joker and the two Bat figures were sent to us by Spin Master to take a look at, while the Batman figure from Target is a figure that we picked up on our own just to kind of have a comparison between the two different waves of figures. So the Batman and Joker on the right are actually part of the figures that came out in 2020, while the figures on the right are the new figures that have come out in 2021. Now, specifically, you've seen other reviews that we have on the channel focusing on elements from Spin Master. They have a lot of different things that they offer. One of the things that's really unique about them is that they try to make sure that their figures are super affordable. So these figures, not only do you get the figure, but each one comes with 3 surprise accessories that will go along with the figure itself. So when you look at the packaging itself, it'll showcase the fact that there are 3 different accessories that are going to come in the package. However, there's a wide chance that you're going to get a different type of accessory for each one that you actually pick up. So it's different. The packaging between the two waves has also uniquely changed, because originally there was these little boxes that as you unfolded the box itself, you would actually have the ability to open them up on the inside, while the new ones are a little bit different. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. You can see on the side of the package, there's a little tab on last year's wave of figures. That tab, you literally just pull down the side, and as you pull it, it will actually allow you to unfold it, exposing the little boxes that have your accessories. The packaging, even on the inside, is extremely unique because it does showcase some art that you don't typically find on the inside of packaging that's not obviously viewed by the consumer when they're at the store itself. So this first figure is a Joker. It not only do you get the Joker, but you get the cardboard box that as you pop them out, they'll have 3 different accessories. Now, while the accessories themselves could vary from figure to figure, at least the figures that we got here, it seems as if there's some sort of set group of accessories that you could potentially get. Now, the accessories themselves are different colors, but as we look at the figure, it has that spot on the back, so you can actually attach certain accessories that are available. But the figures themselves, there's a lot of articulation. The accessories, they're going to be very different. As you can see, this is some chattering teeth. Obviously, that's something that would go with Joker. Here we have some sort of gun that has a projectile boxing glove at the end of it. So there is some sort of like rhyme and reason to the type of accessories that you're getting based off of the figure itself, but that's what it is. Now, if we look at the pamphlet that comes with, it'll actually showcase the early figures actually said what missions will you get, and then it'll show you a variety of different options of missions. That I can't understand if that correlates directly to the type of figure or the accessories that you get. Obviously, the Joker that we got is found at the top, meaning it's part of the Carnival Chaos, but at the same time, the accessories that they show are not exactly the same as what you see with that came with the figure. As we jump over to the Target exclusive figure, this figure is actually, I believe, is part of the second wave of figures that actually released in 2020. These would have came out in late summer of 2020. And I say this specifically because the pamphlet that's includes includes a different group of figures that's not featured on the original paper or the original pamphlet that was released. But as you can see, there's a lot of articulation. The legs move, the thighs move, the knees, the elbows, the shoulders, the head itself can move. The cape is probably one of the least expensive options that they could do with a cape. It's not the rubber that you would typically find. However, it makes it, because it's that cloth material, it makes it extremely flexible and usable when you attach certain accessories. As we can see on the packaging itself, Man-Bat's featured, which again was another large figure that was released as part of that second wave of figures, but a more deluxe figure. It was not one of the 4-inch figures that you would find in this type of packaging. Now, it's worth mentioning also the cape on the back. There's that hole. We've seen that before on some of our past reviews. The hole itself is specifically designed to allow you to be able to put a jetpack on the back of the characters, because there is a jetpack accessory that we will also see here in a little bit. So the items that come with this figure, and like I said, the figures are going to come with different figures or different types of items, but this one specifically came with a grapple gun, a shield, and the shield actually breaks apart into 2 pieces, and then it actually came with a pair of gauntlets, which obviously you can snap onto the character's hands. Now, again, I will state that it's, these accessories might be, trivial, but there was so many figures that had released for years that did not have any sort of accessories whatsoever. So it's nice to see that return to the evergreen Batman line. Now, the pamphlet itself, it still says what mission will you get. However, it does not label the locales like it did on the first pamphlet. So there's that. That's the difference. This one variety includes Talon, Bronze Tiger, Firefly, a red Nightwing, and obviously some more Batman and Robins, as we've seen in the past. There's always going to be these variations. The big thing is that with 2 different waves releasing per year, at least at this point, you're going to get a variety of different figures, and it's nice to see new figures. As we jump into the 2021 figures, as you probably have seen on our website, the BatTech theme is something that's across the line when it comes to Batman toys. The packaging is a little bit different. Instead of having the unfoldable packaging, the little packages that hold the accessories are actually on the back of the box, and then as you dive into the packaging itself, the figure is it's a little bit more standard packaging that we're typically used to. And that is specifically because obviously they wanted to get out the gate with some really nice packaging, but maybe their costs associated with making these figures, they decided to make sure that they could keep their prices low, and that's why the packaging has gone down a little bit as far as the quality of it. However, as we're looking at the figure itself, this figure is a figure that released last year. The difference is there's that blue tech element featured on Robin's suit, and this is something that's new. It's part of that BatTech theme. You also see that carry over to the packaging itself, as the packaging has that blue tint to it as well. The accessories that are included, I don't think it's specifically meant for this, because as you look at the pamphlet, which we'll see here in a second, the accessories still are capable, at least, of coming in different colors, but I think a lot of them are going to be in this blue color, specifically because there's that color that is associated with the BatTech theme. Now, Wave 1, obviously, of the BatTech theme for 2021 is going to include a lot of the same figures that actually released last year as the original one, as we have, obviously Robin, and we have Batwoman. Batwoman also released last year, and we also have multiple versions of Batman, and then there's a new Joker as well. So there are some new things. Now, they clearly got rid of the mission element, because the opposite side of the pamphlet includes just a mini poster of Batman and Robin standing inside of the Batcave, but they seem to be focusing more on the type of tech. So on the pamphlet, it says covert tech and ice tech. So that is something that is obviously different. Maybe correlates to the color of the actual items. The pamphlet showcases the blue, which we have been accustomed to, but then there's also some green items as well. However, the pamphlet also showcases covert tech and ice tech, and it shows question marks for ice tech, meaning those might be coming later in 2021. As we dive into our last figure, we have a Batman. This is probably the standard BatTech Batman that will be part of the theme. That's not to say there won't be other figures that are going to feature Batman and obviously the BatTech theme, but this figure is going to be their main figure that they're releasing that features the BatTech theme. It looks very similar to the other Bat characters that have released. The difference, of course, is going to be that paint scheme, which features the blue throughout. This figure itself has the same articulation as any of the other figures that have released. It's just going to be that special paint theme. Now, the one thing that's interesting is I think a lot of people out there who have collected or have known at least about Batman figures over the years will be well aware of the fact that there's always an insane amount of Batman and there's always very different variations. Now, the thing that sometimes can get annoying, at least if you look back at some of the older lines like the Kenner Batman, the animated series line, there's these different versions that are just straight up colored differently, and then the accessories that are included are very different. Now, the accessories are going to be very similar when it comes to the figures themselves, but the paint theme is different. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that these figures are specifically intended for younger children. Their suggested retail price is only $8 a piece, and that is why you get so many different Batmen, is because the Batman figures themselves are the figures that people are going to be seeking out in general. Those are the figures that people want to check out. Those are the figures that people want to be able to see and get for their children if they're spending a small amount of money on a figure. The higher end McFarlane toy character line of action figures are going to be a little bit more versed, but there's also obviously going to be Batman because Batman is just the most popular character. So as we take a look at the entire group of figures that we released, once again I want to state that Spin Master did send us the 2 Bat Tech figures and the Joker, so thank you to Spin Master for that. The other figure we purchased at Target. If you are interested in purchasing any of these items, please take a look at the affiliate links that can be found in the description below, and that not only will allow you to find the items very easily, but also help out the website and the channel as well. If you are looking for any kind of information related to the Batman universe in relation to anything out there, movies, television, merchandise, video games, comics, anything at all, be sure to check out our website, thebatmanuniverse.net, where we have all kinds of content related to all the members of the Batman universe. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, join our Discord. We also have a Facebook group. Follow us on all those methods, and you can find all the latest content that we have promoted all the time. With that being said, if you have an item that you'd like us to take a look at, or you have an item that you'd like us to review, be sure to look at the link in the description where we have a link to show how to get in touch with us so that you can either leave your comments below with suggestions of things you'd like us to take a look at, or you can contact us through that method. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.